Hi everybody, I'm Jenn Johns. Welcome back to my new second channel. Here I'm going to be doing a Buttercream Basics episode again, and this time I'm going to be showing you another classic recipe. Today it's going to be chocolate buttercream. So here in my bowl, I've got 1 cup of salted butter. My first step is to whip it up so it's nice and light and fluffy. Once we've got nice, light, fluffy butter, we can start adding in our other ingredients. So obviously for chocolate, we need some cocoa powder. So in this recipe, I'm going to be putting 2/3 of a cup of cocoa powder into my bowl there, the whole thing off at one spot. Now, a total of 1 kilogram of icing sugar is here in my bowl. Icing sugar is also known as confectioner's sugar or powdered sugar, and I'm going to put half of that into my bowl to start off with. So about 4 cups. 1 kilogram is equal to 8 cups of the icing sugar. So I don't want to put too much off the bat because I don't want to prevent the incorporation of the ingredients to happen. The smaller amounts that you put in to start off with, the better everything's going to incorporate. And you also want to make sure that everything is at room temperature because that's going to help it to mix together as well. So now we need some liquid into there. I've got 1 tablespoon of pure vanilla extract. You want to get that in there. And we're also going to use 4 tablespoons of milk. I'm using a 2%. You could also use 1% or skim milk. And then we're going to put the mixer back on and we're going to beat it on low speed until this comes together. Once this first amount of ingredients has come together, you might find that you still have some chunks of butter in there. You want to make sure that you scrape the sides of your mixer down and you scrape off your paddle as well so you can get rid of those completely in our next go round. So what we're going to do next is we need to add some more liquid. So I'm going to put in 2 more tablespoons, so that's going to be a total of 6. And if you're familiar with my vanilla buttercream recipe that I put up last week here on the channel, you're going to know that this is a very similar recipe, but I'm going to add 1 more tablespoon here, so a total of 7, and that's because I added in that extra cocoa, and that's going to need some more liquid to help incorporate it better. Then we can add the rest of our icing sugar here at this point as well, so get that into your bowl. And then I'm going to do my final mixing, and I'm going to just let it go on low, and then once it's mostly incorporated, I will turn up the speed just slightly to help it get that nice whippy texture to it. With my 7 tablespoons of milk in here, I've got a nice fluffy buttercream now, but I'm still finding it's a little bit stiff. So you can see it's struggling to get off the spatula here. So in order to do that, or in order to prevent that and make it a little bit easier to work with, what I'm going to do is just add some more milk, probably a tablespoon at a time until you get the consistency that you're looking for. Recipes like this you can definitely play with. If you want a more chocolatey flavor, add more cocoa powder. Just make sure that you know that you need to add some more milk to counter that additional cocoa powder. So we're just going to whip that up and then we'll see if it's good enough. So with a total of 8 tablespoons of milk in this recipe, you've got the perfect chocolate buttercream for piping onto cupcakes, for spreading onto cakes. You can keep this, it's best used within 2 to 3 days. Make sure it's in a sealed container, and you can also freeze it for 1 to 2 months, and then when you bring it out, let it come to room temperature and then re-whip it. So thank you guys so much for watching this episode of Buttercream Basics here with me, Jenn Johns. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel, and if you want to be notified every single time we upload a video or we do a live video, make sure you hit the notification bell, which is right beside the subscribe button. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. See you guys next time.